This is San Diego News Daily.
I'm Monica Dean. Let's get right into your top local stories. We begin with the shockwaves and sorrow for a Hollywood legend. Director and actor Rob Reiner and his wife stabbed and killed inside their Brentwood home, and their son has been arrested in connection with his parents' deaths. Here's what we know so far. The initial discovery happened around 3:30 after a family member called police. Paramedics discovered the bodies. A key part of that is securing the search warrant to be able to go through the home and likely view any surveillance video of the inside to determine exactly what happened there at the home. Nick Reiner, the son, was identified as a suspect in the case.
We have our robbery homicide division handling the investigation. They worked throughout the night on this case and were able to take into custody Nick Reiner, a suspect in this case.
Nick was arrested early this morning and remains in custody with no bail. Federal investigators announced the arrest of 4 people they say planned coordinated attacks on New Year's Eve across Southern California. The suspects were taken into custody last week in Lucerne Valley, a desert city east of Los Angeles. Investigators say they were preparing to test improvised explosive devices ahead of the planned bombings. The FBI says they're members of a pro-Palestinian group dubbed the Turtle Island Liberation Front.
The subject arrested envisioned planting backpacks with improvised explosive devices to be detonated at multiple locations in Southern California, targeting U.S. companies. These bombs were to blow up at the same time on midnight this New Year's Eve.
They each face charges, including conspiracy and possession of a destructive device. 2 San Diego police officers are recovering after being hit by a car while on duty. This all happened Saturday night along Thomas Avenue near Mission Boulevard in Pacific Beach. Police say the 2 officers were in the crosswalk when a 31-year-old man who was driving the wrong way hit them. It happened just after 8:30 p.m. The driver was arrested for felony DUI. Police say it was terrifying to hear that call come in.
I was about 7 minutes away when this call came out, and my heart just sank. Hearing somebody that you know, hearing your partner call for help is it's the worst feeling. It's very scary. So my heart sank, and all I wanted to do was just get here.
One officer was taken to the hospital but is expected to be okay. The other officer stayed there on the scene. Police say they're looking to interview more witnesses as they figure out just what happened. More surveillance tech and expanding the border wall. Those are part of the measures the border czar touted during his visit in San Diego over the weekend. Tom Holman was also asked about militarized zones and plans to have the Navy at the border. This was his response.
He knew when we lock the border down, they're going to take to the water. So President Trump has not only signed more Coast Guard boats to the water, more Navy vessels to the water.
It actually creates a mechanism for the military to enhance their readiness at the same time that they're providing their national defense mission as well. We work in lockstep. It's been a huge force multiplier, and I really want to thank Department of War for all the assistance.
Militarized zones at the southern border have already been implemented in parts of New Mexico, Arizona, and Texas. A recent study from a Pew Research Center found the number of immigrants in the U.S. fell this summer for the first time in 50 years. Meteorologist Sheena Parveen joins us now with a look at your forecast.
Hi there. As we head through the rest of the day today, could still look a little hazy out there from the fog this morning. Otherwise, mid-70s inland, around the upper 60s at the coast. Mountains will have an east wind. Low 70s, deserts in the 80s, mid to low 80s. We are going to have a warming trend this week. Each morning, we are going to see another round of fog. By the afternoon, pretty sunny, but warming for the inland valleys to around 80 tomorrow and Wednesday. And then the low 80s Thursday and Friday, so unseasonably warm. And then we cool down a little bit more for the weekend. We'll look at your 10-day forecast coming up.
Sounds good. Thank you. Christmas came early in the South Bay. Still ahead, we'll show you why Chula Vista police swapped badges for Santa hats. It's a sweet story you don't want to miss. And age is nothing but a number for former San Diego Chargers quarterback Philip Rivers. Did you watch this weekend? Well, we take a look at his much anticipated return to the NFL. It was great. There were some moments to remember. We will have highlights coming up. Stay with us.
You count on deeper investigations.
Why didn't you just let her go?
I'm trying to keep our family together.
You count on getting a response. You count on a committed team looking out for you.
A lot of our small business vendors tell me that you owe them quite a bit of money.
In 2 languages.
¿Por qué piensa que ellos no hacen más?
You count on results.
And they said, you have your money back.
And getting answers.
Do you still feel let down?
It's a slap in the face.
This is NBC 7 and Telemundo 20 investigates and responds. Only on NBC 7 and Telemundo 20.
This is San Diego News Daily.
I'm Monica Dean. Welcome back. Police were out in force at a Chula Vista Walmart this morning, but instead of tickets, they were handing out toys. NBC7's Audra Stafford shows us how they helped make the holidays brighter for hundreds of South Bay families.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas came early for hundreds of South Bay families today, as Santa, his reindeer, and lots of elves, disguised as Chula Vista police officers, turned this Walmart parking lot into a festive celebration.
It's all about joy. It's all about lifting the spirits of those in our community.
Chula Vista Police Chief Roxana Kennedy says the event has been an annual tradition for her department for more than 20 years.
It's really important to engage with the community and for them to see the other side of law enforcement, because there is a human side that honestly isn't always identified and shown, but we really do care about our community and we want people to have the most joyous holiday season.
In addition to handing out food and toys, they raffled off bikes, skateboards, and scooters. 9-year-old Santiago was one of the lucky winners. Dad Miguel says he's grateful, not just for his family, but for everyone who was there today.
Well, for me, it's nice for the community and for the police officers to just come do something special for the kids, especially for low resources families that probably don't have the same resources that other families do. But for me, it's something very special. It warms my heart. Like I've been saying to all the police officers, thank you for putting all this together. It means a lot.
Chief Kennedy says they expect to hand out a lot of toys here today, but because they got so many donations, she expects they'll have some left over. So the officers will be loading them up in their patrol cars each day before they head out so they can hand them out to the community between now and Christmas. From Chula Vista, I'm Audra Stafford, NBC 7.
That is really terrific. And as the countdown to Christmas continues, there is an urgent call to help make the holiday happier for children who need it most. The Salvation Army Kroc Center says it is short on toys for its annual giveaway. The Kroc Center has 400 low-income families, some in poverty, scheduled to shop here starting Thursday. Of those families, more than 700 children are hoping for gifts, but as of this weekend, some shelves are empty and there are only 2 boxes of toys donated for children ages 10 to 12 years old. If you want to help, you can bring new unwrapped toys and drop them at any location in the Kroc Center complex. NBC 7 meteorologist Sheena Parveen will have a look at your weather forecast right after this.
NBC 7 and Telemundo 20 weather coverage you count on. You count on accuracy.
The winds are going to be increasing.
You count on these experts.
Take a look here at our future weather.
In 2 languages.
Más de 3 pulgadas de precipitación.
You count on innovative tech.
Look at our first alert Doppler radar.
From a team you depend on.
Dry conditions to round out this week.
You count on early warnings.
Because we had pretty significant rain.
Because you know every second counts.
They just kept getting worse and worse.
This is First Alert Weather. This is coverage you count on. Only on NBC 7 and Telemundo 20.
Hi there, I'm NBC 7 meteorologist Sheena Parveen. For today, we're going to see temperatures around the upper 60s to near 70 for the coastal communities. After we had that early fog, could still be a little bit hazy. Mid 70s for the inland valleys, mostly sunny, mountains low 70s, deserts low 80s. We will be seeing a warming trend this week. Also, we could still have that fog around each morning. Temperatures by the end of the week warming to the mid 70s at the coast, low 80s inland. We cool down a little bit this weekend. Next week, we could see a rain chance by Christmas Eve.
It was a pro fantasy football straight out of the storybooks. Did you see this over the weekend? 5 years after calling it quits, former Chargers quarterback Philip Rivers returned to the gridiron this weekend for one of the most intriguing comebacks in the game's history. The grandfather, an Alabama high school football coach, was tasked with leading the Indianapolis Colts against the Seattle Seahawks. And despite the loss, Rivers was named the starter again this week. Pretty remarkable. Coverage you count on at NBC7.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.